Hey guys, Apex here with another Mass Effect Andromeda build video. This is a heavy biotic build using Shockwave, Charge, and Nova, and can really either be used with the Vanguard profile or the Adept profile. The difference between them I found is that the Adept profile is really good with AoE and taking out clusters of guys, and the Vanguard profile seems to do a bit better with single target DPS. The three things these skills have in common is that they've got good recharge speeds, they're either a detonator or a primer, and they all three do good damage. Now I found the best way to use these skills together is to use them in patterns, and I've kind of developed two patterns that I like and I use all the time. The first one you see here does really good burst DPS and allows you to get out is Charge Nova Shockwave. The charge charges up your Nova primes your Shockwave, and you can use your Shockwave as you're kind of getting out of dodge. So I really like using that for burst DPS and getting out of there, which is what I'm having to do with this guy. The other one that I like using is Shockwave, Charge, Nova, Charge. So the Shockwave primes your charge charges up your Nova primes your next charge. So as you see, these work together really well in patterns. You just kind of have to develop the patterns that work best for you. I found that those two patterns work best for me. Of course, when you're in battle, not everything's going to flow like nice, easy patterns. So sometimes you get out of those patterns, and there's just a couple things to keep in mind. I like to try to prime before I charge with either a Shockwave, a Nova, or a melee. I typically like to Nova after charge, because of the extra damage boost that I get from my charge skill, which I'll show you the talent trees here in another minute. And lastly, I try to charge anytime it's available because of the shield boost and the damage resistance that I get from it. As far as companions go, there really aren't any companions that are crucial to this build. My only suggestion is that if they have a detonate or prime ability, since this build does use combos a lot, that you have that upgraded as much as you can, because they will get the maximum effect out of it with this build. The primary things I looked at when ranking up these skills was damage, recharge speed, making sure that the ability is either a primer or a detonator, which a couple of them you have to go to rank 6 to turn them into a primer, and survivability, which is a very necessary thing in Insanity with this kind of build. All in all, when played right, this build is a very high octane build. It's a lot of fun and it's very capable in Insanity mode. One nice thing also about it is that I don't have to worry about ammo. You may have noticed I haven't taken a single shot against this guy. I'm doing just fine. If you want, you can get a shotgun, augment it well, and have something else in your back pocket for damage. I've got a Dhan shotgun here, but you can also go with a Piranha shotgun. Is also a very good option. So, you know, you can use a shotgun if you want to. I just kind of opt not to. I feel like I don't really need it. And again, as I mentioned before, you can use both the Adept and the Vanguard profiles for this build, and it will be just as effective. One's just maybe a little bit better at doing something more, the other one's not quite as effective, but they're still both very effective profiles for this build. I'm going to show you guys the skill trees for all my skills, show you where I put the points in the different ranks, and a little brief explanation as to why I put those points there. I'm also going to show you my armor and my weapons, show you what type of augmentation that I'm using. You know, it's very heavy on augmentation, and I find that it really boosts this build up. So if you want to follow along with that, see what you can do to maximize this build, and you'll be on your way to having a fun time with this. Starting off here with charge, rank 4, wanted to go with power damage overall, so that's why I went with damage over radius, rank 4. Rank 5, power synergy over weapon and melee damage. Power synergy, what that does is 5 seconds after I perform a charge, my biotic powers get an extra damage buff, so that's why I went with that one. Rank 6 here, didn't really need this recharge speed, wanted to go with this Bastion here. That provides me really good damage resistance, really good shield restoration, and also boosts damage. So we got Nova here. Rank 4 wanted to go with damage over radius. Rank 5 wanted to go with anti-shields over anti-armor. I feel shielded guys are a little more problematic. And then rank 6 here, this Seismic Nova, that gives me the ability to use this as a primer. That's why I chose this. Very important to do that. Now we got Shockwave next. Rank 4, again, damage over radius. Rank 5, recharge speed over reach, didn't really need the reach. Rank 6, went with lifting Shockwave. That also makes this a primer as well as a detonator, so I can use this ability for either priming or detonating. On to barrier here. Rank 4 and 5, I use those to boost my maximum shields. Rank 6 went with saving barrier. I can't tell you how many times saving barrier has saved my ass. Saving barrier also has some good synergy with a couple other skills, so I'll tell you about those in a little bit. So on offensive biotics, rank 4 actually decided to go with recharge speed over damage. I feel like it just needed that little boost on recharge speed, and cooldowns I feel are just in the right spot. Rank 5 wanted to go with detonation over exploitation. Exploitation doesn't help me really in this build. Rank 6 wanted to go for that biotic damage. On containment here, rank 4 wanted to go with radius over duration. Don't really need duration. Rank 5 went with anti-shields over anti-armor. And rank 6 wanted to go with that event horizon. Really nice added radius there. Combat fitness, the big thing here I want to talk about is rank 6, hold the line. When my health gets below 30%, I get a really big boost in damage resistance, which pairs nicely with saving barrier from earlier. When my health gets to 25%, my shields restore to 100%. So those two work really nicely in survivability. As far as your guns go, it's really your preference. Whatever shotgun you want I think would work really good. The Dhan and the Piranha shotgun are both very good options, but the big thing for me that I wanted for this was +5 biotic power damage in each of those augmentation slots, which is what I did with this. Now if you want to use your shotgun more, you might want to throw in some other augmentations to make your shotgun itself a little bit better, but for me, since my focus was on biotic powers, that's why I went with the biotic power damage. And you see here, I followed suit with all the N7 armor pieces, the helmet, the arms, chest, and legs. A couple specifics about my chest piece. Number 1 is the shield oscillator. On enemy killed, restores 25% of my shield, so I really like having that on there. And then the other thing is the fusion mod of rapid deployment increases my recharge speed of my powers by 50%. I do lose some weapon damage out of it though, but that's part of the reason why I didn't need to go for the 75% recharge speed on charge, is because of this fusion mod. For melee, we went with the remnant Cryo Gauntlets because it primes enemies, unshielded enemies, when I hit them, so that sets them up for a cryo combo. Again, this build is based off combos, that's why I went for that, over say the Ashari sword. When you put all those things together, you get a build that looks like this. It's high octane, high damage, but also high survivability. I want to talk a little bit about what makes this build so badass, and a lot of it has to do with charge. As you see, the recharge speed for charge is about 3 seconds. If you recall, in rank 5 of charge, power synergy, that boosts my biotic powers for any biotic powers that I perform within 5 seconds of performing a charge. So if I keep performing charges, my biotic powers maintain that power damage boost. Also, if you recall, rank 6 of charge Bastion, 5 seconds following a charge, my damage resistance goes up 75 points. So as long as I keep performing charges, I maintain that damage resistance. Also, I get full shields anytime I perform a charge, so those work really well in tandem. And that's the big reason behind the fusion mod of rapid deployment on my chest piece, is that takes my recharge speed down below 5 seconds to about 3 seconds, so I can maintain that damage resistance and I can maintain that power damage boost. Another synergy in this build that works really well, when I get to 25% health, 2 things happen. At 30%, my damage resistance goes up to 200 points, and at 25%, my shields go to 100% instantly. So those things really help in keeping me alive, and you can combine that damage resistance with my charge damage resistance of 75. So if you get in a pickle, this build will not let you down. There is really only one vulnerability to this build, and that's the one-hit kill mechanics. Say this fiend was to grab me and slam me on the ground, that's a one-hit kill. This build cannot protect you from that. And being that this is a close proximity type damage build, it can happen. So you have to keep that in mind when you're fighting guys with one-hit kill mechanics. You know, that's pretty much it for this build. You know, choose Adept or Vanguard, choose your flavor, and go for it. This build is awesome. I definitely recommend everybody give it a shot. So hit the like and subscribe buttons below if you haven't already, and stay tuned for some more Mass Effect Andromeda videos. Thanks for watching, guys.
I can.